This is the worst thing about every single Call of Duty Zombies map from World at War to Cold War. And yes, this is a sequel to my best thing of every single Zombies map, so if you haven't seen that, then go and check it out. Noctur and Toten. For how slow the zombies move at you, I think I could get a degree in college, get married, get a job, and die before any of the zombies even make it to my barrier. Verrucht. The absolute worst thing about Verrucht is that little water leaky pipe that is just leaking water on you in the only viable training spot on this map. It is so annoying, and I can't tell you how many times I've died because I see a little water droplet go down my character's face. Shinonuma. Easily the worst feature in this map is the mud. Nobody even wanted this. This was completely unnecessary. Without stamina up in the World at War version, it was completely impossible to even traverse through this mud mid-round because you're just gonna die by some zombie coming at you. Der Riese. So imagine having this really great game of Der Riese, right? You got the Wonder WAF, you're training up some zombies, and whoop, you shoot yourself. Oh, it should be okay, right? Nothing ever happens. You lost your jug for the entire game. Oh my goodness, the amount of times that this has happened to me, I literally want to break my monitor every single time my jug gets glitched and I lose it for the whole game. Kino der Toten. So, guys, how are we gonna make it seem like this isn't just a copy of Der Riese? Fort crawlers! Yeah, Nova 6 crawlers are easily the worst thing about this map. I don't know who in the world at Treyarch thought this would be the greatest invention ever. And the amount of times that it has been remade because of this, we had like jumping jacks and die rise and those Nova crawlers and Alpha Omega. It's just awful. 5. Oh yeah, this weapon looks kind of cool. I really hope it does something great against the zombies. Are you kidding me? Ascension. The monkeys on this map are absolutely terrible to deal against on solo. It is completely impossible to protect your perks from all these monkeys. Let's just say you have stamina up and jug and quick revive and speed cola. Those are all on different sides of the map. It is completely impossible to keep all your perks in one game. Complete nuisance and completely unnecessary. Call of the Dead. As much as I love this map, I really hate the VR11. I think everyone can agree with me on this, and that the VR11 is literally the worst wonder weapon in the existence of Call of Duty Zombies. Like, oh my gosh, you turned into a CIA agent that I'm gonna chase for 5 seconds, and it doesn't even work half the time. Shangri-La. The amount of times I have turned the corner to see a napalm zombie or a shrieker is unmatched. Every single time I play Shangri-La, I get jump scared by this fireball looking dude or this guy shouting at the top of his lungs. Moon. Well, there are a couple annoying things about Moon, but the only one that I'm going to mention right now is the excavators. I don't think I can go to sleep without hearing
Excavator Epsilon will cause decompression of biodome.
It is absolutely annoying, and every single time it happens, I'm always in the most inconvenient position to even get there in the first place. Transit. There are so many terrible things about this map, but I'm gonna name just the denizens for today. Oh my goodness. Every single time I walk into the fog, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great, and then no. The denizens scratch my face off until I can't breathe. The only counter to these guys is the Galvanuckles or just having the best aim in the entire world, which I'm not rich enough and I'm not good enough for that either. Die Rise. Once again, there's so many bad things I could say about this map right now, but I'm just gonna name the verticality. Verticality in zombies does not work, at least they didn't implement it very well. And it has absolutely no use besides the elevator system. Nuketown. The feature that makes this map unique is actually the worst part of the map. The random perk spawns from the sky. Only God can bless you with jug in an early round. Most of the time, the Nuketown experience goes something like this. Oh my gosh, oh! It's round 25 and I have no jug. Mob of the Dead. Now, opposite to Die Rise, it was actually kind of hard to find something bad about Mob of the Dead, but here we go. There are so many parts on Mob of the Dead that honestly, I feel like I'm playing a game of Where's Waldo, except I'm finding parts in every single room. I'm honestly focused on picking up parts more than I am killing zombies at that point, and it's just not great. Buried. Now, I would be lying to you if I didn't say that I had a struggle coming up with this one, but this might be controversial, but I'm gonna say the paralyzer. Although it's super fun to fly around and just have fun with it, it's really not a viable wonder weapon that can carry you to round 100, and it is really not one of the best in terms of damage. It has infinite ammo, but it's just not great. Origins. Now, once again, there are really great parts about Origins, but there's also really terrible parts about Origins too, and one of those is the Templar zombies. Every couple or so rounds, these dudes will spawn in and absolutely destroy your generators that you spent your time getting up. And I'm always somewhere else. I'm like in the crazy place, or I'm at spawn. I'm doing something else, and they always just show up, and I have to go miles and miles to catch up with them, and they'll steal like 2 generators before I even catch up with them. Shadows of Evil. Now, we've all been in this situation where you're just ready to pack a punch and you do the wall run, but there's miraculously some zombie that has the hops of Michael Jordan on the other side, and he comes at you. You're in the middle of a wall run and you get absolutely blocked by him, and you get sent into the void to never be seen again, and you lose all your perks, you down, and you want to break your monitor. The Giant. Now, this map is really just so similar to Derice that it's hard to come up with anything, but I'm just gonna say the fact that it was so disappointing that it had no Easter egg. Like, it would have been so cool if this map had just a small main quest, but they failed to do that. Although they had the perk in the snowbank Easter egg, that still really just wasn't enough for us. Horizon Drag. Now, the rocket test in this map is the most inconsistent thing I have ever seen in my life. When I want the rocket test to go off, it just stands there for 10 minutes and does nothing, but when I don't want it to go off, like when I'm pack-a-punching or doing Simon Says for the Easter egg, it just goes off, because it's like, oh, you wanted it to go off, so here you go. Yeah, I don't want you right now. Seriously, this is the most annoying thing ever. Zetsubo no Shima. Easily the worst part about this map is the Thrashers. There is no reward for killing these guys, and they are impossible to take down without a weapon like the KT-4. I swear I'd be picking up like a KN-44 off the wall and shooting them for like 500 shots, and they still don't go down. Oh, and did I forget to mention, they don't give you a reward for killing them, not even a drop or a part to something. And they spawn in so frequently because of the pods and the spores. They just explode on the zombies, and all of a sudden you have 5 Shreks chasing you. Gorod Krovi. The Valkyrie drones in this map completely do not fit the vibe. I know that Gorod Krovi is just the most random map ever with dragons and Stalingrad, but what in the world do Valkyrie drones have to do with this? They're like this futuristic robot, and it just doesn't fit at all with the map. Plus, they're super annoying because they're super tanky unless you have the Raygun Mark III. And they make those little skeleton babies. Revelations. Honestly, just the worst thing about this map was the disappointment that we all felt when we thought it was going to be the grand finale of zombies, the biggest map we've ever seen, and really it was just a mashup of older maps. And honestly, it's not even that bad of a feature. It's kind of hard to think of something for Revelations. Blood of the Dead. Yeah, this map is absolutely terrible, and the worst part about it is its Easter egg. Hey, no surprise there. Any map with a Morse code step in its Easter egg makes me want to absolutely throw my controller out the window. This should just be forever forgotten, and the Easter egg on this map is so complicated that I don't even think like I could do it. I've never tried it, and I never want to. Voyage of Despair. Once again, a terrible map. The worst part about this map is I feel like I am fighting more boss zombies in the later rounds than I am fighting normal zombies. The amount of times I've seen those poison zombies or the ice and fire zombies, they're just so terrible. I hate them. And the fact that they spawn in more than zombies just makes it even worse. 9. Now, even though their damage has been patched, tigers are still absolutely terrible in this map. They are so beefy and they do so much damage. Pre-patch, they could one hit you, but you know, now we're we're all good. But still, the tigers are absolutely awful. They're like a beefier dog, I guess. It fits tonally with the map, but it's just terrible. Classified. Once again, a disappointing map. It was okay, I guess, and I just wish that the Easter egg was so much better than it was. Like, for instance, the 5 mod on Black Ops 1 that allows you to do the Easter egg is honestly way better than the 150 round Easter egg on this map. I would much rather play that than get to around 150, which wasn't even possible on Black Ops 4 launch because of the blue screens, might I add. Just disappointing and a missed opportunity for sure. Dead of the Night. Oh my goodness. The amount of parts on this map are unreal. I'm convinced that we haven't even picked up every single part that is available on the map. It's just so annoying every game collecting every single part. It's kind of cool, I guess. It makes you feel like you're like solving a mystery, but at the same time, I'm not trying to go around the edges of the map and searching up a tutorial on where to find, oh, where do you find the candlestick holder? Alpha Omega. Yeah, we all know what we're gonna say here. Oh my goodness, clearing up that ventilation system with the green goop in the vent is the most annoying thing of all time. You have no idea. Trying to complete this mid-round, impossible. Don't even try it. Even if you try to do it at the end of a round, there's always going to be that one zombie who just chases you and he's like, oh, hey there, and you're trying to turn the thing to get the green goop out of the vent, but you're still like, oh my goodness, and you have to shoot him, and then the next round starts and you can't even do it. You can see how passionate I am about this. This was the worst developer decision of all time, clearly. Ancient Evil. You know, it actually feels good not hating on Black Ops 4 for once, because this is actually a good map. Although the worst part about it is the skeletons. Having to shoot these dudes in the head is really like something else. It's so annoying when they're just mixed with the normal horde of zombies and you just don't shoot him in the head and he spawns behind you and then you just die. It's just terrible. Togger Toten. The Tundra Gun. Oh my goodness, this weapon is so terrible. I am not trying to do a snowball fight with the zombies. I'm actually trying to kill them, and this weapon does the exact opposite. I feel like I'm 5 years old again and I'm building snow forts and shooting snowballs at my enemies with this gun. That's how terrible it is. D-Machine. Now, this was a great map to start off Cold War, and really the only bad feature I see about it is the Plague Hounds. Every time I'm just like 1 HP and I'm training zombies, a Plague Hound will spawn. I shoot them, run through the gas, and I die. And it is just the most annoying thing ever, honestly, and I wish that they weren't a part of the map, but it's really not the worst thing in the world. Firebase Z. So this map has a similar problem to that of Voyage of Despair, in that I feel like I'm fighting more mimics than actual zombies in the later rounds. The amount, I think, honestly, genuinely, I think there are more mimics in the later rounds than there are zombies. I feel like I'm fighting an alien invasion at that point. Outbreak. Now, honestly, I don't really know how to do this one, but the developer time that it took to develop Outbreak and the time it took away from round-based is the worst part about Outbreak. The stint of time from Firebase Z to Mauer Toten was unfathomable because they spent all of their developer time doing it on Outbreak. Mauer Toten. Now, honestly, Mauer Toten is a really good map, and I really couldn't find anything like too bad about it, but I will say that those sniper towers, or like the people that shoot at you in the white light, is really annoying sometimes when you're just trying to get the like dig site parts, and they can be the cause of your death in the mid rounds. Forsaken. Now, the flow of this map is absolutely terrible. In the last video, I complimented on D-Machine's flow. I don't know how they did well on D-Machine's flow and this absolutely murdered it on this map. It really just felt like they taped stuff together. They put zip lines everywhere so that you can zip everywhere, and it just didn't work at all. It is super easy to tell that this map was just pulled straight from the campaign, and really it's just too noticeable for me to even like it all that much. And that's it. I really don't want to seem like I'm hating on these maps too much. But it was kind of fun ranting about the worst things in every single map. But if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, please hit like and subscribe. We've been doing really well recently, so thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, cause I got it like that. Flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me?